Smile and learn.
Hey there! Today I'm here to tell you about one of the fiercest animals, the lion. Do you want to know some incredible things about lions? Here we go! The lion is a vertebrate animal. That is, it has an internal skeleton. It belongs to the mammals group, and it's carnivorous, so it eats other animals that live in the same habitat, the savanna. Lions usually reach a height of 8 feet and weigh between 400 and 550 pounds, although males can reach up to 840 pounds. Wild lions live in a pride and are very social animals. Did you know that lionesses are in charge of hunting? They go out in groups, and their favorite prey are usually large animals, such as wild boars, buffaloes, or zebras. Females hunt and care for cubs together. In fact, they live in the same pride their entire lives. Males are very easy to distinguish by their mane, which can be brown or black. Their roar is so loud that it can even be heard from 5 miles away. Sometimes, young males abandon the group or are expelled from it and have to live alone or establish their own herd. Today, lions live in various regions of Africa, such as Kenya, Tanzania, Gambia, and Senegal, as well as in India. Although they are known as the kings of the jungle, the truth is that their habitat is the savanna, a landscape characterized by large tracts of land, low vegetation, and few trees. The Lion Pride territory can cover more than 150 square miles. When hunting, lionesses run very fast, up to 50 miles per hour. Although they sometimes hunt during the day, most lionesses prefer to hunt at night. Meanwhile, the males defend their domain from intruders and make sure that no other animal disturbs the group. This is my favorite part. Lions are real sleepers. They can sleep as much as 20 hours a day. Since they hunt mostly at night, they sleep during most of the daylight hours. In the last 30 years, the numbers of lions living on our planet has dropped by half. Several scientific studies indicate that the number of lions will continue to decrease if we don't ban hunting. Well, you've learned several things already about these fascinating animals. Now I'm off in a hurry. Let's hope they don't get hungry. Hey there! Today I'm here to tell you about one of the most funny animals, the penguin. Would you like to know some incredible things about penguins? Come on, let's go! The penguin is a vertebrate animal, which means it has an internal skeleton. It belongs to the flightless birds group and feeds on small fish, crustaceans, or plankton. Penguins normally live near the sea, on thick layers of ice. Depending on their species, they can weigh from 2 to 88 pounds and can measure from 15 inches to 3.5 feet. Although it may not seem like it, penguins' bodies are covered with feathers, like those of any other bird. During their first year of life, the hatchlings have soft and warm feathers that protect them from the cold. Did you know that penguins don't live in the North Pole? Most of them live in the southern hemisphere, except for the Galapagos penguin, which lives on these islands that belong to Ecuador. Penguins lost the ability to fly millions of years ago, but their wings allow them to move with great agility in the water. They can also jump and glide across the ice. How cool! Penguins are superb swimmers. They can reach speeds of up to 15 miles per hour. Swimming very fast allows them to flee from their predators. The most common ones are sharks and killer whales. But there are many more. It seems that penguin meat is quite tasty. Did you know that they see better underwater than outside the water, even when the water is dark or dirty? This ability helps them look for food. So, how do we differentiate the females from the males? Well, it's very complicated because they're very similar. The males are usually slightly larger than the females, but penguins are one of those animals whose gender is the most difficult to spot. Who said that love does not last in the animal world? Penguins are monogamous. That is, they have the same partner their whole lives and only reproduce with them. Also, male penguins incubate their eggs together with their mates. Once the babies are born, the male and female take turns feeding them. As well as being good parents, penguins are also great friends. They usually swim and feed in groups. Some penguin colonies have as many as 20 million members. Unfortunately, some penguins are in danger of extinction due to the deterioration of their habitat, poaching, and climate change. To help prevent this situation from worsening, we must take care of our environment as much as possible. All right, you've already learned a few things about these cool animals. See you later! Hi, friends! Today I'm here to tell you about one of the most calm animals, the turtle. Would you like to know some incredible facts about turtles? All right, let's go! The turtle is a vertebrate animal. That is, it has an internal skeleton and belongs to the reptiles group. Some turtles are herbivorous, but others are omnivorous. That is, in addition to plants, they also eat animals such as slugs or snails. Gross! Turtles live in forests, deserts, lakes, and even in the sea. They can be small or huge, with the biggest ones weighing up to 2,000 pounds. Turtles can be found on all continents, but always far from the poles. It seems that they don't like the cold. Turtles are oviparous animals. This means they're formed in eggs that their mothers incubate in a nest that they dig in the ground. The most interesting characteristic of a turtle is this covering called the shell. It has approximately 50 bones, and its function is to protect the organs and the spine. Did you know that the shell is fused to the spine? Although it is hard and resistant, it is also a sensitive part. So if you ever touch it, be careful not to make its owner uncomfortable. Turtles can survive for many years. On average, they usually live up to 70 years. The oldest known turtle lived on the Galapagos Islands. Her name was Harriet, and she lived to be 175 years old. Did you know that turtles existed on Earth long before us? In fact, they're known to have been alive during the time of the dinosaurs. Amazing! Out of the water, turtles are known to be one of the slowest animals in the world. And it's not that they're lazy, it's just that they don't need to be fast. Thanks to their shell, if they feel threatened, they only have to hide inside. So they don't need to escape from predators quickly, like other animals. On the other hand, underwater, they're very fast. They can reach up to 22 miles per hour. What a big difference! So, who are their enemies? Land turtles do not get along very well with snakes, foxes, or jackals. While the most common predator of sea turtles are killer whales and sharks. Oh, I forgot to tell you some curious facts. Turtles don't have vocal cords, and yet they can still make sounds. They also don't have ears, but they aren't deaf. They hear through thin flaps of skin that cover their ear bones. Well, you've already learned several things about these fascinating animals. See you next time! Hey! Today I want to talk to you about one of the most curious animals, the bee. Do you want to know some incredible things about bees? Here we go! The bee is an invertebrate animal, which means it has no internal skeleton. It belongs to the arthropod insect group. It's herbivorous. Their main foods are pollen, nectar from flowers, and honey produced by themselves. We can find bees in practically every part of the world, although they tend to live in forests, orchards, and gardens. Bees are small insects, measuring between 0.08 and 1.6 inches. Did you know that there are more than 20,000 different bee species? Bees live in communities known as hives. They are very social animals. A beehive is divided into 3 groups or castes: the queen bee, the worker bees, and the drone bees. The queen bee is the largest and most fertile female, which means she's the only bee that lays eggs. Worker bees are small, infertile, and have various functions within the community. Drones are male bees, and their main function is to fertilize the queen. Worker bees are very busy. They have a lot of tasks within the hive. They build and keep the honeycomb clean, place food in different cells, take care of the hatchlings, and protect their community from other bees or wasps. It sounds exhausting. Have you ever seen a yellow structure like this? It's called a honeycomb. It's made from small wax cells where bees raise their larvae and where they make honey. Have you ever wondered how honey is made? First of all, bees collect pollen and nectar from flowers. When they return to the hive, they give it to the other bees, which chew the pollen until it loses its moisture and turns into honey. This honey is then stored in the honeycomb cells. Since it's still a bit wet, they fan it out with their wings to dry it out, and that makes honey stickier. You may wonder, why do they make honey? Well, to eat it, like us. Do you know how many eyes bees have? Not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 eyes. Since beehives are usually very dark places, the different eye types are very useful. Bees also have a great sense of smell and can detect odors from miles away. Bees are protected species because their activity is essential for plant reproduction on this planet. As they move from flower to flower in search of food, they also transport and carry pollen that flowers need to reproduce. This important process is called pollination. In addition to bees, pollination can also occur thanks to wind or water. This is why bees have been named the most important species on the planet. Wow, you've already learned a lot of interesting things about animals. I'm sure that the next time you see a bee, you won't look at it with the same eyes. See you next time! Hi, animals friends! Today I'm going to talk about one of the largest animals in the world, the elephant. Would you like to know some amazing facts about elephants? All right, let's go! The elephant is a vertebrate animal, meaning that it has an internal skeleton. It belongs to the mammal group, and it's herbivorous. It eats roots, leaves, and some tree bark. Elephants live in tropical rainforests and savannas. They are enormous. Elephants can weigh more than 14,000 pounds and measure up to 13 feet high and 23 feet long. They are the largest land mammals in the world. Female elephants live in herds with their young. Each herd has several responsible females, the matriarchs, who guide and protect other adult females and their young. However, male elephants are not as social and live alone or in small groups. Elephants have the longest pregnancy period of all mammals. Female elephants are pregnant for 22 months, almost 2 years. This means that at birth, the young are already prepared to survive on their own. Today, elephants live in Africa and Asia. In Africa, there are 2 species, the African savanna elephant and the African forest elephant. While in Asia, there's only one type, the Asian elephant. How can we differentiate one elephant from another? There are several things that distinguish them. For example, Asian elephants are smaller. Their ears are rounded, and their tails are longer. Elephants are gluttonous. They can spend up to 16 hours a day eating, and they usually consume about 440 pounds of food a day. Yeah, they're really hungry. Also, elephants are very expressive. They express their emotions with different sounds. The best known is the barito. It's a sound they make when they're frightened. Did you know that adult elephants sleep standing up? How uncomfortable! Only the young need to lie down on the ground to rest. The adults just close their eyes and go to sleep. Elephants are very important for the ecosystem. Some species of trees depend on seeds that pass through their digestive systems and are expelled in the form of droppings. This mineral-rich waste allows for new plants to grow in different places. Elephants are excellent engineers. They provide water for different species by digging wells. They also create paths and accesses to different areas by pulling or moving logs aside. They are such hard workers. Well, you've already learned a few things about these fascinating animals. See you next time to learn about another fascinating animal. Hey! Today I'm here to talk to you about one of the most hopping animals, the frog. Do you want to know some incredible things about frogs? Here we go! Frogs are vertebrate animals and part of the amphibian group. There are many types of frogs, but they're all carnivores. They eat crickets, butterflies, flies, and basically any insect that comes their way. Frogs, like all other amphibians, live in damp places near water, like rivers, ponds, reservoirs, or even large puddles. Some frogs are tiny and weigh about 0.18 ounces, while others are huge and can weigh up to 18 ounces. And how big are they? Well, that also depends. The smallest frog in the world measures only a few inches, while the largest can measure more than 13 inches. Frogs, along with toads, are tailless amphibians, unlike other amphibians, such as salamanders or newts. That means they don't have tails, and they have a flattened shape. There are more than 6,600 species of frogs and toads on our planet. That's amazing, isn't it? Frogs and toads are similar, but they're also different. Frogs have longer limbs and jump higher. And toads have warts on their skin. Ew! They both can live anywhere in the world, except in places where it's very cold. And how do frogs breathe? Well, they can do it in two ways, through their lungs and through their skin. They breathe in two different ways so they can better adapt to the aquatic or terrestrial environment. Do you know how they reproduce? Frog fertilization is external. That means it occurs outside the body. Females lay their eggs in water so that males can fertilize them. In most species, this process takes place in water. Young frogs are called tadpoles. At birth, they have tails and live in water. And when tadpoles grow older, they grow 4 legs and live on land. This process is called metamorphosis. Most frogs are harmless, but some are very poisonous. The most dangerous ones are easy to identify because they're usually brightly colored. For example, gold, red, or even blue. How beautiful! And how dangerous! And do you know what frogs are best at? Jumping! Many frogs are capable of jumping 30 times their normal distance. This is very useful for hunting insects and escaping from their predators such as snakes, some birds, or even cats. Unfortunately, half of the world's frog species are in danger of extinction. Amphibians are very sensitive to changes in their environment, like the destruction of forests and jungles, or their habitats getting warmer. It makes some species less common. How can we help prevent them from disappearing? It's very easy, by taking care of our environment. Well, you've already learned a few things about these hopping animals. See you next time! Hey there! Today I'm here to tell you about one of the tallest animals, the giraffe. Do you want to know some amazing things about giraffes? Let's go! The giraffe is a vertebrate animal. That means it has an internal skeleton. It belongs to the mammals group, and it's herbivorous. It mainly eats leaves from trees that it finds in its habitat, the savanna. Giraffes can weigh between 1,213 and 2,646 pounds, and they have average height of about 14 feet, making them the tallest land mammals in the world. Giraffes are social animals and live in small herds consisting of about 10 members. However, herds tend to be open groups and their members are constantly changing. Did you know that we can tell if a giraffe is young or old just by looking at it? The darker its spots, the older it is. It's very easy. The giraffe lives exclusively in Africa, in the savanna, grasslands, and open woodlands. What a long neck, right? A giraffe's neck can reach up to 10 feet. And why do you think they have such a long neck? So they can reach the leaves of the tallest trees. And that's not all. They also have a super long tongue. It's about 19 inches long. That's so cool! As soon as they're born, giraffes are already taller than most adult humans. They usually measure about 6 feet in height. Within 10 hours of birth, the young can run free, and within a week, they can start to feed themselves. What a clever bunch! Do you know how to distinguish females from males? It's quite easy. The females have horns covered with fur, and the males do not. Unlike other animals of the savanna, such as lions, giraffes are not sleepy at all. Most of them sleep between 10 minutes and 2 hours a day. And do you know what their favorite sleeping position is? Standing up. Strange, right? And being such a tall animal, would you say that they're slow or fast? They're very fast. They can reach up to 38 miles per hour. Wow! Some species of giraffe are in danger of extinction. Africa's total giraffe population has declined by 40% in the last 30 years, mainly due to poaching and humans using their habitat. Banning hunting or respecting and caring for wildlife territories can help stop this process. Well, you've already learned a few things about these fascinating animals. I'm going to take a nap. Should I try standing up like a giraffe? Will I fall down? See you later. Hey there. Today I'm here to tell you about one of the fiercest animals, the shark. Do you want to know some incredible things about sharks? All right, let's begin. The shark is a vertebrate animal and it belongs to the fish group. Sharks are carnivorous, and we can find them in almost all seas and oceans. Their size depends a lot on the species. They can weigh from a few ounces to 4,000 pounds. Their length also changes a lot. They can be as small as a cell phone or as big as a truck. Sharks feed on fish, turtles, mollusks, and marine mammals. Although they have attacked people, it's rare and isolated. Anyway, I don't think I'll ever swim with them. There are shark fossils from as far back as 400 million years ago. Wow! So they lived with the dinosaurs. Earlier we said that sharks were vertebrate animals. But did you know that sharks don't have normal bones? Their skeleton is made of cartilage, just like our ears. There are more than 450 species of sharks swimming around the world, and each one has its distinctive features. For example, the whale shark can measure up to 65 feet, and it's the largest fish in the world. The great white shark lives in very cold waters, and it's one of the fiercest. And the hammerhead shark, which has such a strange shaped head, is my favorite. Sharks live all over the world. When factors such as food or water temperature do not meet their needs, they migrate. That means they change their place of residence. Although they are usually loners, sharks can be social, and they are able to create bonds. We can say that they like to make friends, although I don't want to be friends with them. I don't trust them. Sharks have between 5 and 15 rows of teeth. The great white shark has about 3,000 more teeth, measuring more than 2 inches long. How scary! Since their teeth don't have roots, and they use them a lot, their teeth keep falling out and growing back. It saves them from going to the dentist. Have you ever wondered why we always see sharks swimming? It's because they cannot stop moving. Unlike other fish, sharks cannot stay afloat if they're not moving. For some fish species, it is necessary to constantly swim in order to breathe. And so, how do they sleep? They rest while they continue to swim. They sleep with their eyes open, since they don't have any eyelids. How strange! Sharks can detect electrical signals generated by their prey from many feet away. Despite their fierce appearance and tough skin, sharks also have predators. Their most feared enemy is the killer whale. Well, you've already learned a few things about these ferocious animals. See you next time! Hey everyone! Today I'm going to talk to you about one of the most fascinating animals, the jellyfish. Do you want to know some incredible facts about jellyfish? Let's go! Jellyfish are invertebrate animals belonging to the coelenterate group. They are carnivorous, and they feed on plankton, crustaceans, fish eggs, and larvae. They come in many sizes. The largest can weigh up to 7 ounces and measures up to 120 feet if we add their tentacles. But they're usually not that big. Thank goodness. Adult jellyfish are bell-shaped. Their body is jelly-like and they have long tentacles. Here's a fun fact. More than 95% of their body is made up of water. Amazing! Did you know that jellyfish are one of the oldest animals on planet Earth? They've been living here for more than 500 million years. The scientific community considers them the oldest animal in the world. That's older than the dinosaurs. Although they usually live for only about 6 months, some species are believed to have survived longer because of their ability to reproduce by themselves. Did you know that a type of immortal jellyfish has been discovered? Yup, you heard right. This species, when it begins to age, reverts to a pre-maturation phase that allows it to begin its life cycle again. How cool is that? What if I told you that jellyfish have no blood? They also have no brain, heart, or nervous system. Their senses are very basic and consist of a neural network that differentiates light and dark, and they use sensors to identify their prey. Some jellyfish glow. This characteristic is a way to defend themselves from their predators, thus warning them that they are very toxic. And who are their predators? Some fish, sea turtles, sharks, whales, and even crabs. Poor things, they have so many enemies. There are 2,000 different types of jellyfish, and we can find them in every ocean on the planet. But did you know that there are also freshwater jellyfish? How interesting! Although they live offshore, the currents can wash them ashore. Unfortunately, their presence on beaches is closely related to climate change. The increase in water temperatures creates surface currents that bring jellyfish to shore. Jellyfish tentacles are covered in cells that can sting you just by touching them. They're not very dangerous, but if you've ever been stung, you will know. It hurts a lot. Well, you've already learned a few things about these interesting animals. See you soon! Well, hello! Today I'm here to tell you about one of the animals that some humans are most afraid of, the spider. Do you want to know some incredible things about spiders? Here we go! The spider is an invertebrate animal and belongs to the arachnid arthropod group. Spiders are carnivorous, and their size depends greatly on the species. The largest can weigh up to 7 ounces and measure 11 inches. Spiders can be found in all habitats, from jungles to deserts, and even at the poles. There are more than 45,000 species of spiders in the world. Tarantulas, jumping spiders, crab spiders, etc. We can't name them all because it would take too long. Most of them feed on small insects such as mosquitoes, flies, or moths. Although there are some that even eat mice. Ah! Did you know that not long ago they discovered that there is an herbivorous species? Did you know that all spiders have 8 legs? They also have many eyes. They have anywhere from between 6 to 8. Some species see only a couple of colors, while others have ultraviolet vision. Most spiders' bodies are covered with fur. In some cases, this fur acts as a defense mechanism against common predators such as bats or lizards. Also, the fur on the end of their legs helps them cling to the surface, which is why they can walk on walls and even on the ceiling. Does this look familiar? It's a spider web. Thanks to their silk-producing glands, spiders can create these webs that they use to hunt their prey. They look like very weak threads, but they're very strong. Some say that a spider's pencil-thick web could stop an airplane in mid-flight. Wow! Did you know that spiders have blue blood? Yep, you heard right. Blue! In humans and other animals, oxygen is associated with an iron-containing molecule that gives our blood its red color. However, in spiders, this molecule contains copper, and it makes their blood bluish. How interesting! As I said before, we can find spiders anywhere in the world, although they most commonly live in natural areas such as jungles, deserts, or forests, though you can also see them in cities. Isn't it true that every time you see a spider, it's alone? Most spiders don't live in a community. The females care for their young when they are born, but beyond this, they're usually a solitary animal. I wonder if they ever get bored. Most spiders live for only 1 year, but some species can live up to 10 years. Tarantulas, for example, can live up to 30 years. Do you believe spiders are as dangerous as we think? The truth is that they have a bad reputation. Almost all species produce venom, but most of them are not harmful to humans, and it's rare that they bite us. It's true that a bite from a species can be dangerous, so if you come across one, just be careful, but don't hurt it. Although many people are afraid of them, spiders are very important for our environment. For starters, they are natural predators and help eliminate some insect pests such as moths, bedbugs, or mosquitoes. Well, you've learned a few things about spiders. Make sure not to let them bite you. See you soon! Hey there! Today I'm here to talk to you about one of the most colorful animals, the butterfly. Do you want to know some incredible things about butterflies? Here we go! Butterflies are invertebrate animals that belong to the insect group. 99% of butterfly species are herbivorous and feed on leaves and nectar. Only 1% of the species are carnivorous and feed on small insects. There are more than 24,000 species of butterflies in the world with very different characteristics, so their weight can range from 0.017 to 0.019 ounces, and their length from 1 to 12 inches. Did you know that butterfly wings are actually transparent? We're able to notice their striking colors because they have very fine scales that reflect light. These scales also regulate their body temperature. How cool! A butterfly has 4 stages in its life cycle: the egg, the larva, the chrysalis or pupa, and the adult. Butterflies hatch from eggs, and during this initial period, they are larvae, also known as caterpillars. At this stage, they need to feed and get enough energy to be able to grow and build their chrysalis, a structure where the caterpillars remain enclosed and at rest until they emerge as adults. It's amazing! What beautiful wings! The entire process from the time they hatch from eggs until they become adults is called metamorphosis. Butterflies can fly very fast. Some can reach 12 miles per hour. That's pretty fast for such a small thing. And do you think their legs are just for walking? Well, no. Butterflies' taste receptors are in their legs, so they use them to find out if something is edible. It is believed that the maximum number of eggs a butterfly can lay at one time is 500, although not all of them reach adulthood. And did you know that butterflies live very short lives? They live on average between 2 and 4 weeks. What a shame! Butterflies have many predators. The main ones are wasps, birds, toads, and dragonflies. But luckily for them, they're not easy to hunt. They're very colorful and are true experts in camouflage. Many have the ability to blend in. That means to become the same color as their environment to avoid detection. Wow! There are many different species of butterflies. They can be found all over the world, especially in tropical areas with warm climates. Butterflies are very important for the environment because they help with pollination, meaning they transport pollen from one flower to another, assisting in flower reproduction. This process is fundamental for Earth's life support. So if you find a butterfly on your path, don't disturb it. It's doing something very important. Well, you've already learned a few things about these colorful animals. See you next time! Hello, fellow animal lovers! Today I'm here to tell you about one of the fiercest animals, the tiger. Do you want to know some amazing facts about tigers? Let's go! Tigers are vertebrate animals belonging to the mammal group. They're carnivores, and their weight can vary between 220 and 660 pounds, while their length can measure up to 10 feet. Tigers can be found in savannas, rainforests, and grasslands. Tigers belong to the feline family just like cats. They share many of the same characteristics. They have a slender body, acute hearing, and excellent eyesight. The one thing that sets them apart from cats is their size. Tigers are the largest feline in existence. Wow! Most tigers have brown or orange fur that's covered in gray or black stripes. But there are also white tigers, known as albino tigers. Did you know that every tiger's lines have a totally unique pattern? No two tigers are alike. The most well-known subspecies is the Bengal tiger, which accounts for half of the tiger population in the wild. Tigers usually live an average of 15 years and are extremely independent animals. Males only approach females during the mating season, and it's the females who take care of the cubs until they're ready to live on their own. The tiger can jump up to 16 feet in height and 32 feet in length. Wow! Tigers can be found in different parts of Asia, such as Siberia, Malaysia, Sumatra, and China, although 1/3 of the world's tiger population lives in India and Bangladesh. Did you know that tigers love water? They're very good swimmers, and they like to be near rivers and lakes where they bathe frequently. Can you imagine finding one in the middle of taking a bath? How scary! Tigers are very stealthy hunters and have very sharp claws that allow them to easily catch their prey. They eat all kinds of animals, such as monkeys, wild boars, or buffaloes. What hungry animals! They have no natural predators, so there are no other animals they have to run away from. The only ones who bother them are us humans. Because of us, they're in danger of extinction. In recent years, humans have been responsible for the disappearance of more than 90% of the world's tiger population. Did you know that more than 14,000 tigers live in captivity, but only 4,000 live in the wild? Also, deforestation and illegal hunting mean that there are fewer and fewer tigers in the wild. We can help improve the situation by avoiding interfering with their habitats. Well, you've already learned a few things about these ferocious animals. Until next time. Hey there! Today I'm going to talk to you about one of the kindest animals, the duck. Do you want to know some amazing facts about ducks? Here we go! Ducks are vertebrate animals belonging to the bird group. They're omnivores because they eat plants, seeds, insects, and small fish. Their size depends on their species, but they can weigh up to 3.5 pounds and measure up to 5 inches. Ducks live in wet areas such as rivers, marshes, or ponds. Ducks have a feathered body and a short, broad bill that is usually flat. Their feet have membranes between the toes that allow them to swim very fast. They also have claws that they use to cling to surfaces, such as the ground or rocks. Ducks are very special animals. They can travel by water, land, and air. Have you ever heard the sound ducks make? It's called quacking, and it tends to be much higher pitched in females than in males. Their beaks are shaped differently depending on the species, and their nostrils are near the end, closest to the head. This allows them to search for food by submerging part of their beaks in water without having to hold their breath. We can find ducks almost anywhere in the world, except in Antarctica. Many ducks need to migrate to raise their young. They mostly look for warm places, flying thousands of miles. They don't seem to like the cold, and neither do I. Do you know what we call a group of birds that migrate together? A flock. Female ducks are very responsible, and they keep their ducklings together so they don't get lost or end up in a predator's clutches. So what are ducks' predators? Snakes, turtles, or hawks are some of their worst enemies. Many people associate the color yellow with ducks, but the truth is that only some of the ducklings are this color. The adults usually have different colors such as gray, white, black, or green. Males are more colorful than females because they use their colors to attract females during mating season. Although there are many ducks around the world, some species are in danger of extinction. We must be aware that our actions are essential to protecting their habitats. Remember that taking care of the environment depends on us. Well, you've already learned a few things about these aquatic birds. Until next time! Hey everyone! Today I'm going to talk to you about one of the most dangerous animals, the crocodile. Do you want to know some amazing facts about crocodiles? Let's go! Crocodiles are vertebrate animals belonging to the reptile group. They're carnivores, and their size depends on the species, but they can weigh up to 2,205 pounds and measure up to 23 feet. Crocodiles live in rivers, lakes, and wetlands. Crocodiles are expert swimmers. They can move at speeds up to 15 to 18 miles per hour, thanks to their long tail. You can also find them walking on land using their short legs. Crocodiles have a long lifespan. That means that they live a long time. Although it depends on each species, their diet, and their living conditions. A crocodile's life expectancy is around 80 years, and there are known specimens that have lived to be 120 years old. Wow! You can find crocodiles in tropical and subtropical areas of Asia, Australia, Africa, and the Americas. Crocodiles are expert hunters. When they're young, they eat amphibians or fish. But when they're older, they eat antelopes, zebra, and even hippopotamus. They're so greedy! Here's a fun fact. Did you know that they also eat rocks? Yep, you heard right. It's to help their digestion. Crocodiles swallow small stones that help crush food in their stomachs. The scientific community believes that this also helps make them feel full. Incredible, isn't it? And to eat like that, you would imagine that one needs to have an impressive set of teeth. But can you guess how many teeth a crocodile has? 80 teeth. And not only are they super sharp, but they get new teeth every year. Yes, you heard me correctly. Their teeth fall out and grow back again. Their jaws are capable of exerting great force. Crocodile bites are the strongest in the animal kingdom. They're up to 3 times stronger than a lion's bite. Female crocodiles lay between 10 and 60 eggs during the mating season, which usually occurs once a year. The hatchlings remain in their eggs for about 100 days. And when they hatch, they're about 7 to 10 inches long. Oh, how cute! Crocodiles, like all other reptiles, are cold-blooded and are unable to regulate their body temperature on their own. Sometimes they lie in the sun to increase their body temperature. Or, on the contrary, they open their mouths to let air in to cool down. How interesting! Did you know that, despite their ferocity, 50% of the crocodile species are in danger of extinction? This situation is caused by the disappearance of their habitats, which are threatened by random logging, land used for agriculture, and urban development. Well, you've already learned a few things about these ferocious animals. Until next time! Hey friends! Today I'm here to talk about man's best friend, the dog. Would you like to learn some fun facts about dogs? Let's go! Dogs are vertebrate animals belonging to the mammal group. They're omnivores. That means they eat both meat and vegetables. Their size depends on the breed, and the largest can weigh up to 177 pounds and measure up to 6 feet. But there are also smaller ones. They are domesticated animals, which means they live together with humans. Did you know that dogs are related to wolves? Numerous studies have shown that dogs and wolves share many DNA traits. It's true that, at first glance, some dog breeds look very similar to wolves. It's believed that dogs were the first domesticated animal. Their origins can be traced back to the wolf, but over the course of many generations there have been changes or mutations that have resulted in different dog breeds. Humans have helped this by crossbreeding these animals. In other words, by pairing males and females with certain characteristics to produce puppies, with improved qualities such as size, personality, or speed. These crossbreeds have created more than 340 different dog breeds all over the world, each with its own temperament. The truth is, dogs are very different. We can find dogs all over the world. In fact, we know that there are more than 500 million dogs all over the planet. How cool is that? Here's a fun fact. Did you know that an adult dog understands approximately 250 words or gestures? That's the same as a 2-year-old child. That's amazing! Have you ever had a dog bark at you while passing by a house? I have, and I was scared to death. This is because maybe the dog is afraid of that situation, or perhaps, as they're very territorial animals, they're marking and protecting their territory. And how else do you mark their territory besides barking at strangers? Well, for example, by marking their favorite spots with their urine. Ew! This shows anybody who decides to get close to their territory that this spot belongs to them. I'd better stay away. Surely you've heard about dogs' great sense of smell. Some say that their sense of smell is 1,000 times more powerful than humans. Wow! That's why dogs are used in rescue work when there is a disaster. Later, I'll tell you what other jobs they have. Look at those whiskers. Did you know that they help dogs distinguish objects in the dark? They don't have night vision, but thanks to their whiskers, they're able to detect changes in air currents, which gives them information about the shape of nearby things in the dark. That's impressive! And do you know why we call them our best friends? It's because we've been by their side for thousands of years, and they're loyal animals. They're also able to sense our emotions, so it's very easy to bond with them. But dogs aren't just pets. As I've said before, some of them have jobs, as you can hear. For example, there are police dogs that assist officers in multiple functions thanks to their great sense of smell and instinct. Shepherd dogs are capable of guiding a flock thanks to their intelligence and agility. And guide dogs, which help people with vision problems move around the city, among other things. Owning a dog is a responsibility and commitment that should never be broken. If you have one, enjoy their company and treat them with kindness. They're a family member. They'll never let you down. Well, you've already learned a few things about these kind animals. See you next time! Hello, friends! Today I'm going to talk about one of the most striped animals, the zebra. Do you want me to tell you some interesting facts about zebras? Let's go! The zebra is a vertebrate animal belonging to the mammal group. Its diet is herbivorous, since it mainly eats grass, but also bushes, branches, leaves, and tree bark. You can find them in the savanna and the desert. Zebras can weigh between 529 to 820 pounds and measure up to 8 feet long. Zebras are very social animals. They live in herds consisting of a male, several females, and their offspring. They always stay together, protecting each other. Did you know that when a member of the herd is attacked, all the other members come to its defense and face their predators together? But who are their main predators? Let's see if you can guess. Lions and hyenas. Did you know that zebras sleep standing up during the day? It's amazing, isn't it? And they don't fall down. This is possible thanks to their strong legs, which also allows them to run very fast. They're capable of zigzagging at speeds up to 40 miles per hour. That's fast! Zebras can only be found in their natural habitat in Africa, mainly in the east and southeast of the continent, such as Sudan and Ethiopia. And what do you think is the most characteristic feature of a zebra? Of course, they're black and white stripes. The scientific community believes that it is a form of camouflage to confuse their predators by creating an optical illusion. It's also said that the stripes can be used to scare away insects. Another theory says that their striped fur acts as a sunscreen. Whatever the reason, I think they look very pretty. Here's a fun fact. No two zebras are alike. Each zebra stripe is unique, just like human fingerprints. In other words, the stripes also help differentiate one zebra from another. Although they all look alike to me. Also, zebras have a highly developed sense of sight and are able to see very sharp images at a very long distance. They can also see in the dark. How interesting! Zebras are in danger of extinction. In fact, there are only about 2,000 animals in the species. But this is not only due to their predators, the lions and hyenas. Unfortunately, their greatest threat are humans. If humans stop hunting them and destroying their habitats, then this will prevent zebras from disappearing. Well, you've already learned a few things about these striped animals. See you in the next episode to learn about another fascinating animal.
We've learned so much in just one video. Did you know there are many more videos? Imagine how much you could learn. Subscribe to the Smile and Learn educational channel to learn and have fun at the same time.